Oh my god. BINGO. I have it. Bingo! My name is Hobbsy, and welcome to the Happiness Fighters Army, where we're all about fighting for happiness, our success, our dreams against our own version of our own darkness, be mental health, physical health, life situations, or the big bad world right now. WWE in 2024 only grew better. It gained new fans, made us older fans go back to what it felt like when we were watching it as kids, or at least for me anyway. And anything is possible now in WWE. That's why I thought I'd play the WWE bingo game this year in 2025. I just thought I'd come up with my own scenarios and possibilities that could happen in WWE in 2025. Some of these are like way out there, may never happen possibilities, but some of them are more plausible. And I am going to say, if I do get the whole card filled, or at least bingo on the WWE bingo card by the end of the year, I will treat myself to some sort of reward to do with WWE. I just do not know what it is yet, but it will be some sort of reward to do with WWE. So with that, let's see what's on my 2025 WWE bingo card, shall we? Okay, this is my WWE bingo card. I know you guys can't really see it, so I'll say what they are and what it entails for it to be crossed off on the bingo card. So we're going to start with the letter B and go down, and then go to I, go down, N, go down, G, go down, and then O, go down. Sort of like that. So the first one in the B section is first transgender superstar. I see the first ever WWE transgender superstar coming this year. And I think this would be a real game changer for WWE. It would break down that gender divide so well. And it's something new, something we haven't seen in WWE. And there's so many plausible storylines that they could do with whoever this superstar is. So that is my first one. The next one is someone will return who left WWE to go to another company. And when I say about this, I mean like you could have the Hardys return. You could have Mercedes Moné return. If she wants to. This is if they all want to, by the way. I'm not forcing any of them. You could have Matt Riddle return, seeing he's in TNA. Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley. Anyone from like TNA, AEW, any other company that left WWE when, say, Vince was in charge, and now they want to come back because they feel like they are in a better space and creative company sort of thing, I can see it returning. I'm really hoping for the Hardys to return, and probably Dolph Ziggler. Out of the women, I would love to see Mercedes Ben. Sasha Banks. I can't say the actual name she is now. And maybe Toni Storm, someone like that. Especially with her persona right now, maybe. Someone like that. I'm not saying they have to return because I'm saying this. I'm just saying that's who I'd like to see. The next one is we are going to get a triple tag team or a fraction championship title, because we're getting more fractions, we're getting more groups coming into WWE. It's the next thing I can see them doing in belt-wise. Now this one leads into the one I was talking about, people returning from other companies to WWE, and that is someone or someones that are champion in another company will challenge whoever is champion in this company of WWE and become champion. I'm really thinking Mercedes Moné for this, as she's already got 2 belts, one in AEW. I'm not sure if it's both in AEW or one's in at least AEW. She could be like, I want more belts. I want to break barriers, and this would be a really great career move for her. She could go after like Mummy or someone like that and win it that way, or Nia, or someone like that. Or you could have the Hardys, like I said, take on the tag team champions in WWE, like the World Tag Team Champions, which, if I remember right, are the War Raiders at the moment. It might be DIY. I get my tag team titles mixed up now, who's who. But yeah, you could have them take on those two and win it, and then that's how they get back into WWE. Something like that. Basically, a champion in another company will come over and challenge whoever they want the title from and win off. That's what I see for that. The last one in the B section is a celebrity will rival with a WWE superstar. And what I mean by this is someone that is a celebrity that is also a WWE fan will take on someone in WWE, like Priest and Bad Bunny did at Puerto Rico, something like that. I really would love to see JoJo Siwa take on one of the females. I don't know who, but I would love to see that. I feel like she could do it. Or if not, she'll team up with someone. So yeah, I feel like that's going to happen. We could see maybe Logan Paul versus Jake Paul. We did have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson on Netflix. Why not? I say. But yeah. Now we move on to the I's. Now these are all to do with internationally, basically. First one, we'll get another PLE in Australia. Second one, we'll get a PLE either in Dublin, Ireland, or in the Ireland area, because you got so many Irish superstars. The Man, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, Sheamus, JD, Finn Balor. You could have them as the main stars of the show. This next one I would really love to see. A PLE or a show from New Zealand. That would be interesting. You could have Dakota Kai versus Blair Davenport. It would really work. You could have Dakota Kai as, say, Intercontinental Champion, and Blair Davenport wants that title. Something like that. But I really would love to see a PLE from New Zealand. Us Aussies got one, why not New Zealand, I say. We'll have a PLE in Mexico. Self-explanatory. You got Rey Mysterio, Dom Mysterio. You got Dragon Lee, Andrea, Escobar. You could always have them as the main card of the shows. Or show, I meant to say. And lastly, we will have a PLE either from Hawaii or a Samoan area. Because after watching Young Rock, which is the Dwayne Johnson, aka Rock, story of how he grew up in that, I always saw you could do it like a tribute to Alpha and Seeker and Peter Maivia and all those. And you could have the Bloodline as the headliner for this. So, yeah. Now we move on to N, which is new or nostalgic type of area. First one, we will get a 4-horsewoman reunion, and that is Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, and Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks. I don't know about Mercedes Moné returning to WWE, but at least we're going to get 3 of the 4 horsewomen reuniting and taking on maybe PFC, for example. Something like that, I reckon, is going to happen. If not Bayley in there, you could have Becky and Charlotte, and then maybe Rhea Ripley, aka Mummy, team up as well Something like that, I reckon, is going to happen this year. Talking about reunions, we can have a Shield reunion if Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, returns to WWE. You could have this happen. I'm not saying that they have to be like full time, just one last hurrah, something like that. I reckon we could get. The middle one is for me and me only, and that is me claiming the Ultimate Dream Championship that I've been talking about for the last year, and that is me meeting the man Becky Lynch at a WWE event this year. I'm going to try and go to at least one of these, as that's all I can afford. But yeah, I would love for this one to come true. The most out of all the tiles on the bingo card to cross this one off would be just the right one for me. I'm aiming for Money in the Bank or SummerSlam now because they're around my birthday and it's winter here in Australia and it'll be summer over there, so I need a break from the winter and the cold and the seasonal depression that comes with that. So yeah, that's one of them. The next one is a WWE legend will return to the ring. I'm not saying like for a full long time, maybe a match here or two. I'm thinking more like Goldberg might have his retirement match, or I'm trying to think of WWE legends that could return. And in this category, it does not include John Cena or The Rock. Just want to say that. Last in the end is a new type or a new cage type match, like a new type of match or a new cage. It could be just as simple as like a Hell in a Cell decorated with weapons or something like that. Just some sort of new type of match, I'm trying to say. Now, G is just go out there, big, why not sort of things. And the first one on the G is one that I could see possibly happening on John Cena's retirement tour, and that is The Rock versus John Cena. It's going to happen. It has to happen before he retires. So, yeah. And then next is Zarya from NXT versus Mummy, aka Rhea Ripley. This is a dream match I would love to see. Just as a South Australian fan, I would love to see this. Especially if they are coming back to Australia. You could book these two on the card, like say title versus title sort of thing, if Zarya is NXT champion by then. Something like that. But I would really love to see this as a South Australian event, especially in Australia. The next one is Dominic Mysterio will retire Rey Mysterio. And what I mean by this is that there will be some sort of hair versus mask match that Rey has talked about. And after that, Rey will say he retires because Dom removes the mask. I don't want this to happen. I would love Rey to win, but I see this for happening. Because Rey is getting up in years and he can't move as good as he used to. He's still got it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's almost in his retirement era. Now, this next one is interesting because if you haven't read Becky Lynch's book, Becky Lynch, Not Your Average Girl, this one might not make sense, but I have. And it is that Julia versus Becky Lynch. I read the book. I swear I remember reading Becky Lynch saying that she faced this Julia person in the Japanese league when she was on the independent circuit sort of area of her career. And I would really like to see that in WWE. Just one match. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be for a title. I just really would love to see that as someone that didn't get to see it when it did happen. If it's the same Julia that she describes in her book. And lastly, in the G, Bronson Reed will be champion by the end of the year. It can be top title, it can be Intercontinental Champion, which I think is the best fit for his first championship. But yeah, he's going to be champion by the end of the year, or has been champion by the end of the year. Now this one is in the ooze, and this is just outside at the unique sort of area. John Cena versus Becky Lynch in a match. I reckon this has to happen on his retirement tour, because if you're not an older WWE fan, one time you had this little funny feud, well, I wouldn't say funny, but this feud between Becky Lynch and John Cena for like 2 seconds, and they were tagging, and then they won, and John Cena went to put his hand out, and Becky's like, no. I just think they need to have this match before John retires, just to see who is the better superstar, or who was the face of the company, or is the face of the company. Out of those two, I really would love to see this. Talking about Becky Lynch will star in a movie or TV show with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, I see more of a comedic TV show or movie. It could be even her book being turned into a movie, TV series, but I see these two on the screen together. I see it by the end of 2025. Or if it hasn't come an announcement of these two saying that they're going to be in a movie or TV show together, will come out by the end of 2025. Next one is Brawl in Someone's House, like with Triple H or anyone, where they went through the house, the home. Something like that's going to happen this year with two WWE superstars. I don't know who, but yeah. Speaking about Randy Orton, we're going to get Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes teaming up and becoming tag team champions. I don't know how, but I feel like this could happen. And lastly, the last one on my 2025 WWE bingo card is Miss Zelina Vega will win the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. I can see her winning this. Sorry to anyone else that thinks that anyone else is going to win this, but I feel like Zelina Vega is the right woman to win this match. And the reason why is the Royal Rumble always gives the person that wins it their time in the spotlight, their time to shine. And I feel like Zelina Vega really deserved to win the Royal Rumble and then go on and become champion that way. She could become champion any other way as well. I just feel like this would be a really great addition to her storyline, because she's always that one that gets so close to the championship and then gets overlooked or taken out. And I am sick of it. I want Zelina Vega as either WWE World Women's Champion or WWE Women's Champion. And I'm going to say she's going to win the Royal Rumble, and that's the way she'll do it. So with that, that's my 2025 WWE bingo card. I want to know in the comments what's on your WWE bingo card. What's that out there? Impossible thing that you think might happen in WWE in 2025. Now I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys are having a joyful, jolly, post-Christmas, motivational day. If not, I'm sending you joyful, motivational hugs your way.